Hello, hope you're okay. I am very happy that it's February. You might have noticed that I haven't posted a vlog in ages, and the reason for that is because I have been filming a vlog the last 2 weeks. It was meant to go up last night, so today's Monday, and I went to edit it and I didn't like it. For some reason, I just thought, I don't want to post this. Nothing bad happened. I had a cold. It was the week before my period. It was the last week of January. The weather was miserable. They taped off half of the hall that I hire because they were getting a new kitchen. So my classes I had to reduce the numbers and they were a bit squished. And I just think because all of that was happening at the same time, the whole vlog was just me moaning. So that's all you missed. You've caught up now. I do moan a lot on these vlogs because it's like my outlet, you know? But I just feel like it was just like, okay, you can shut up now. I was also moaning about my skin, which I think is very valid because for some reason my skin is so bad at the moment. It's all red and blotchy all the time. It's not spots. I don't know whether it's rosacea, but anyway, I am gonna, once I've got a minute, I'm gonna try and sort that out. Grey roots, none of my business. I don't, that's just, okay, it's February. I'm very excited. Today, the virtual health club started. So we are tracking, we are doing fitness, we are living better lifestyles, we are glowing up. That launched yesterday and then started today, which is good. Last night we did the sound bath, and there is something about the sleep you get after going to a sound bath that's just unmatched. It's like you hit a new level of sleep. It's incredible. I even got woken up in the middle of the night because an alarm was going off, and I sort of like was still like, wow, like that's so nice, and then fell back to sleep. What? That doesn't even make sense. Anyway, so I'm feeling zen today. I also have some good news because I have just been to look at a brand new venue. I don't mind where we are. Yes, it's a little bit dirty. Yes, it's a little bit smelly. Yes, it's not the... Oh, I think I'd feel this anywhere. This isn't specific to the area. I don't want to offend anyone. But it's not the nicest place for me to pack up my car in the night on my own, like at 8:30 at night in the dark and the rain. Like, I'm not really enjoying that bit of it. But I don't think I would really enjoy that anywhere. Like the days we can do. So we can only do Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. So it's all like bunched together. So when I've got people on unlimited passes, yes, most of them are still coming to all of them and still being very supportive. I'm very grateful. But I just feel bad for them because if ShanFitness is the only thing you do, which for some of them, I'd say like 80% of them it is, then you're only getting your exercise Wednesday, Thursday, potentially Sunday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. Wednesday, I just feel like it's a bit weird. So, and for me as well, I'm like, by Friday, I'm exhausted, but I'm doing less classes than I used to. I don't know, it's just a bit weird. So anyway, so this venue, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Sundays. I'm not saying I'm going to do all of those, but she's going to have a look at her timetable. She's going to email me today and I'm going to sort of rejig everything and see what days. Ideally, I think I would do a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. And then that's basically what I was doing at the studio anyway. So we're basically back to studio. Obviously, I had Nikki at the studio as well. So she was doing Wednesday nights and Sunday mornings, and I was doing Saturday mornings. But I think this works, like the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday thing. I think that's good. Nice spaced out. I don't know if I could do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. I could do. It just depends. I think I'd have to build up to that because, like with the studio, I was paying the same amount no matter what, apart from like people flushing the toilet and like silly things like that. In terms of like rents, business rates and stuff, all the pricey stuff, I was paying the same amount no matter what, so I might as well have got as many classes in as possible. But obviously now I'm hiring, I pay per hour. So there's no point me putting on classes every night of the week if then they're going to be quieter because people are spread out more, and then I'm paying all this money to hire it. But I could pay less, have less classes, but more people in them because they would come to the classes. You know what I mean? But they've said I can put all 12 trampolines there. I just need to confirm that. They need to double check that, but all 12 trampolines. If you come to classes, you might have noticed that I haven't put a DJ night on for March. So this is actually on my to-do list for today. I think I'm going to skip the one in March, which doesn't make sense from a business point of view because March is always the busiest one. But I'm going to skip March because for my birthday in May, I want to do an even bigger one. I don't want to say what that means yet. People haven't been able to go to one in March. Everyone will be so excited by the time I get to May to do one that it will be really busy and it will be worth the time, money and energy that I've put into it. I really like the DJ night being at Langley, and I think this new venue is going to be unsuitable for a DJ night. So I need to find a venue specific for DJ nights. If I can find somewhere to do one in March, then I will. This is a bit of a depressing statistic for you that I haven't made it up, but it's not official. I've just done it in my head. Thursday today, I'm just at class. I'm about to go and teach Latin, jungle body, but it's raining, pouring with rain. It has rained all but one Thursdays this year. New Year's Day was a Thursday, and I can't remember if it rained because I wasn't really doing anything. So I don't think it did. So potentially it's 2 Thursdays this year that haven't rained. Last week was the first Thursday it did not rain while I was doing a class this year. It's raining again today. So we have gone one Thursday where I haven't had to drag all my stuff in the rain. We've done 2 Wednesdays and 1 Thursday. And it's the 5th of February today. So what, like 6 weeks? I think January was 5 weeks, 5-week month. So like 6, maybe this is like the 5th week of classes we've done this year. And the side of the venue floods as well. And I can only go down that side because it's the only one with a slope and I've got my trolley. So I have to walk through the flood with my trolley to get up the ramp. So I get drenched. But I have announced where the new venue is. I did it on my, what's it called? I'm getting too old for stuff like this. I have a broadcast channel on Instagram. What is it called? Broadcast channel. I can't remember. God. I announced it on there, so only a select few know. I have told everyone we've got a new venue. So people are in the loop, but they just don't know where it is yet. But it's not like I'm keeping it a secret. I just haven't had time to post. So I will post it properly later. I've started making the post of the new timetable. I've done a poll on Instagram asking what people want and when. So the timetable is pretty much ready to go. I just need to post it really, finish it and post it. So I'll do that tonight. I can't remember the last time I filmed. It's Sunday. I went to London yesterday. I went to, I think it's called Activate. It's really cool. It's like loads of interactive games. There's loads of stuff. There's like 300 games, but you have to see how many you can finish in an hour. So we did lots of running around and things. It's really cool. We went to the one in Shepherd's Bush. There's also one at the O2, and I think they've just opened one on Oxford Street as well. So my legs were aching for classes this morning. Yeah, classes were okay. They were very quiet, but I had some new people, which is rare on a Sunday, so that was quite nice. Yeah, I'm just catching up on admin and stuff now. I'm redoing my website. So, I don't know. I don't think personally it should be controversial, but it is a bit controversial. I found out that the company I pay to host my website, so I made my website myself, but the company I pay to host it is an Israeli company and their head office is in Israel. and that just doesn't sit right with me. So I've now having to change it all. It's just one of those things I just didn't know. I've been paying them every month, so I'm gonna change it because yeah, that just doesn't sit right with me. I try and make ShanFitness as like chill as possible. Like, I don't care what you believe in, I don't care like your views on things or anything. Like, ShanFitness isn't about that at all, but I have to stick to what I believe in at the same time. Afternoon, I have started it. I started it the other night. I'm just gonna do a basic website. I don't really, now that I don't have the studio, I don't really need too much on there because it just needs to say about the classes, about the events and the Anxious Girls Club, because we're really trying to reopen and restart the Anxious Girls Club. Emma's actually found somewhere we can use for like workshops, which is amazing. And then it's just one of those things, it's on my to-do list every week and it always gets pushed to the bottom. I need to try and find some sort of like cafe or something that we can use, do like meetups and stuff. So yeah, I need to meet up with Emma next week really, and we need to properly sort that out. Whenever I see Emma, our sort of big events sort of take over, so like retreats or sound baths or whatever. So we'll go, oh, we need to sort out the Anxious Girl Club, and then we go, oh yeah, but we'll do this first, and then we run out of time. It's just one of those things. Reaction to the new venue's good, new timetables out there, people have started booking, so that's good. Saturday night on Thursday night, Jungle Body's my quietest class at the moment, which is like blowing my mind, because not only is it the class I've done since basically day one, it's actually always been my most popular class, like because of DJ nights and stuff, and like watching it slowly go really quiet is really weird. I've been filming some videos on a Sunday morning, so I did a poll on Instagram. This happens all the time. I did a poll on Instagram and said, what class do you want on a Sunday morning? Loads of people picked circuits, but no one ever books it. But I try not to advertise it too much, because actually having that hour on a Sunday morning where I can film videos is actually really nice. So I've actually only ever advertised circuits once. No one booked it the first week, so I just never advertised it again. So I properly launch it when we start at the new venue. I have been filming some bits for Jungle Body in the hope that people start coming to it. I just can't believe it. Pilates is like gone crazy, like packed, and no one's coming to Jungle Body. So I think it's just like trends at the moment. Like that whole Pilates girl thing is just so on trend, isn't it? And I'm sure maybe next year it'll probably switch again, or even the end of this year it'll change to something else, and then you've just got to keep up with it all the time, haven't you? Like there was one point where, like, this was a few years ago, this was before I started teaching, but like I remember being a teenager and like everyone went to Zumba, and if you went to Pilates you were like old. Like old women went to Pilates and like cool people went to Zumba. I feel like it just changes all the time, and Pilates is the in thing at the moment, isn't it? Even like Primark, you walk into Primark, you can't find a normal outfit. You can only find Pilates clothes, grippy socks, pink ballet cardigans, leggings, crop tops. Like, what if I want to wear normal clothes? It's still right, I've still got my regulars, but it's just like, it's a bit quiet all the time. So hopefully it gets a bit busier. I bought a new eyebrow pen. That's why my eyebrows are really dark and huge. And I know they're odd. They've always been odd. I buy the same eyebrow pen all the time. I've worn it for years. But because it's like a felt tip pen, which sounds really bad, but it's like a felt tip pen. It's a NYX one, I think. And over time, obviously the ink sort of goes. It's not ink, but you know what I mean. Like the same as a colouring pen would. And you don't notice it because it's like gradual. And then you buy a new one and you're like, Jesus Christ. So that's why they look like slugs. I keep seeing like golden hair. So it's like not blonde. It is brown, but it's like golden brown. And I'm so tempted, but I just don't know if it would suit me. I know the ends of my hair are quite light, so it'd be a bit more golden. And I think dark suits me more. Like this is my natural colour apart from the grey. Well, the greys are now my natural colour. But that's my natural colour, so I think I do suit darker more. But, what the hell? I was going to book a facial because, and that's not something I really do. I'm not
I'd love to be that girl, but I'm not that girl. Like, that goes and gets, I mean, I get my nails done and sometimes get my hair done, but I'd love to be that girl. And I thought, do you know what, this year I'm going to be. And I've been looking at this facial, someone local does it, and because my skin's so bad at the moment, I thought, I'm going to do it, I'm going to book it. Every time I go to book it, I think, oh, my skin's not actually that bad, like it's cleared up, and suddenly it will just clear up and it will be fine. And then I'll go think, oh, I don't need to book it, I can deal with it on my own. And so I don't book it, and then I wake up the next day and I look like this. So I might just book it and just see what happens. Guys, I'm about to go and get my hair done. Actually, oh god, I just messed up. I'm so excited. I'm doing a little click and then it will be done. Ready? This transition's rubbish because it's a day later and I've got, but I mean, my hair looks nice, but it was a bit stressful yesterday. So as you can tell, look how bad my skin is. I left all my stuff in the car, so I'm literally doing my skincare in the car. Yeah, the first colour on my hair wouldn't take properly. It was like going a weird colour. I've got just like really weird hair. My hair's naturally so dark that it just doesn't really, colours are hard on my hair. Colour didn't really take. So basically the plan was, I had a gap between getting my hair done and classes, and the gap was a bit too short to go home but a bit too long to go straight to class. So I said to my hairdresser, is it alright if I just do some work here, just stay here and do some work? Basically I saved everything for that gap. So I hadn't got my classes ready, I hadn't done the playlist, hadn't done my notes. Thought, oh, I'll do it in the gap to give me something to do. But the first colour didn't take. So I was in there an extra hour and a half, which was the gap that I needed to do the playlist. So I started doing the first playlist. I had 2 classes last night. I had Jungle Body Mix and I had Burn. And it was our Valentine's Jungle Body Mix as well. So I needed to do a whole new playlist. I couldn't just change a couple of the songs. So I did the playlist while I was sat at the hairdresser's, but I didn't do any of my notes. And by the time I realised I was going to be running late, I couldn't do my notes because I was like having my hair washed and blow dried upside down and stuff. So yeah, I couldn't do it. So I had to wing last night's classes. I mean, I pulled it off. I did tell everyone because I thought just in case I don't pull it off. Luckily, it was all people I know really well and that have been coming for years. We didn't have any new people. So I was like, guys, this is what's happened. Because when I arrived at the venue at Langley, I was in my car, like, really trying to get there on time. I did make it on time, but like people were parked up already and I was like trying to get in a space, and like the rest of the class had taken up most of the spaces. Really stressed. I was really on edge. The receipt to get this off my hands. By the way, I just, for every day, I don't wear makeup. I just mix like BB cream with moisturiser and just put that on. This is the, oh my god, I feel like an influencer. This is the Revolution cream. It's a Charlotte Tilbury dupe, but it's like, well, it used to be £6, but it's gone up a lot this year. So it's like 11 now, but so it's only doubled in price since when I first started using it. But I use this one, which is the day cream, which is meant to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, it's nearly run out, magic cream is it called? And I just mix it with my BB cream and just put that on, and then my face stays hydrated all day, but it's still got a bit of colour to it, and it covers a bit of this weird rosacea thing I've got going on. Anyway, I'm not an influencer. I pulled that off well though. I've also got the night cream of this, which has got collagen in, which is quite nice. But I mix between that and Skin Food. I feel like Skin Food, what is it? What brand is that? Green Tube. That really clears my skin. But I saw someone say on Instagram once that it's too heavy to wear every night on your skin. So now I mix it. I do like one day the night cream with this and then the one day that. Anyway, so I managed to get my classes sorted and I was just winging them. And they turned out right. Gave everyone a rose, obviously, because it was our Galentine's night. Just feel like, just in case you don't get any flowers for Valentine's, then at least you've got one from me. And by you, I mean me, because I don't get anything for Valentine's Day. So I keep one for myself. And that's why I didn't do a cute transition like I wanted to do. And I was just rushing. But I do like it. It's a nice colour. And my greys aren't completely gone, so it's really hard to cover my greys, so I have to go back and get it topped up next week. Honestly, my hair is really hard to do. So hats off to my hairdresser for being patient with my hair, because it is a nightmare. I hated it when I was a kid. You know, when like it was just my school, or like it was an actual thing, where those crazy colours, they were in like a pink tube and everyone was getting them, like lilac, teal, turquoise, like everyone was having hair like that. And I just couldn't. I was so upset. I was actually so upset I shaved half my hair off instead, which is great. I think about that a lot, and I think my mum came with me to the hairdresser to have that done. Like, I don't think she was mentally stable, let alone me. When Ellie Goulding had like that part of her head shaved, I did that because I couldn't have anything else, because my hair was too dark. I managed to get my hair blonde once and it didn't suit me, but I just wanted to see what I looked like blonde, and I wanted blonde hair just to get it out of my system. So I had bleached blonde hair once, didn't suit me, and then we went into lockdown and my roots were like that big. I had like black roots like there, and then bleach blonde. It was horrendous. But I feel like it wasn't too bad because everyone had hair like that in lockdown, so it wasn't like, look at the state of you, like everyone looked like that. So that was over. I thought never again, because that was just my luck. Like going into lockdown when I had bleach blonde hair, unbelievable. Just gonna have a banana. People are going crazy for the salsa club, like unbelievably crazy. Not to date in yet with the new venue, so I need to do that. I need to book line dancing for March, and that hype around it, like you're all obsessed with it. And one, I don't want to let you down, because now I'm scared I'm going to announce it, like what it is, and then people go, oh, that's not what I thought it was. But I think people will know what it is. Well, I need to sort it this weekend. Also, don't know whether to put, this is a tough one. I'll put in my Friday night classes, so line dancing and salsa club. I don't know whether they need to be an hour and a half long rather than an hour. Because when we do line dancing, it's a bit like, oh, this is the last one already. And everyone's like, oh, I can't believe it's finished already. So I think people could do an hour and a half. The club, I think it'll be fun, because then we can do a bit of technique, and I've just given it away what it is. No, I haven't. This won't go out yet anyway. A bit of technique and a bit of dancing and a lot of laughs. And so then it'll be good to be an hour and a half. But then the problem with that is it won't be included in my unlimited passes. And I don't know if a few of my unlimited girls will be upset. I'll do them at £10 each if they're an hour and a half. So it's an extra £20 a month potentially if people want to come to both. But I think they're worth the money. I think they're really good value for money. Someone's shouting. I think they're really good value for money, and still a lot cheaper than other places. But when like you're buying an unlimited pass, or you're buying a class pass, and then you've got to pay £20 extra on top, that sounds like a lot, just because at the studio line dancing and Friday night classes were included in that. But because I'm making them longer, I can't really include them. And yeah, I think they're going to be an hour and a half for £10. And if people want to come, they want to come, and if they don't, they don't. Come down here early to do some filming, and my tripod's broken. It snapped in the car. I don't know how or when, but it snapped. So instead, I'm just going to do a little practice for the salsa club, because the salsa club is going off on social media. Oh my god, so many new followers, comments, crazy. The messages have been crazy. So I feel like I need to get organised with it, because I think it's going to be busy, and I don't think it's the kind of thing that I'm going to need to build up. I think it's going to be busy straight away. So I need to make sure people come back. So I need to make sure the first one is good. Happy New Year. We finally made it. I am trying to speak positively because it is Chinese New Year today, and that's what you're meant to do. You're not meant to talk negatively. So I don't mean this in a negative way, but I don't think Chinese New Year is going the way I wanted it to this morning. So I was taking it very seriously because I wanted to make sure that I had a good, successful, healthy, positive year. So I did a lot of research. There's lots of lovely Chinese big sisters on Instagram, and they have been guiding me through reels in what I need to do. And it's just proof that nothing's in your control, because I had everything prepared to have a great new year. And I'm going to mention it, but not in a negative way, because I did look up this morning that I shouldn't tell too many people. But by the time you're watching this, it won't be Chinese New Year, and also I'm just doing it for educational purposes. I woke up this morning, and the first thing that happened, I turned my alarm off, obviously, and then I had a nosebleed. My first nosebleed of the year. I do have hay fever related nosebleeds. I thought it was still too cold, but the daffodils are out, so maybe the pollen count is still a little bit high. So yeah, I get nosebleeds this time of year, usually like March, April to June. So it is a bit early. When thinking about Chinese New Year, that's not the best omen for the year. So yeah, you can prepare all you want, but things are just going to work out the way they're meant to work out. I went to a spa yesterday. It was lovely. I would recommend it to anyone. So we went to, my nan and granddad actually got it for me and my mum for Christmas. So I had to cancel my learning disability class, which I felt really bad about, but it was on a Monday. So it was a perfect time because it was the day before Chinese New Year. So on Chinese New Year, you're not meant to wash your hair. You're not really meant to shower because you wash away your wealth and your good fortune for the year. So going to a spa yesterday was perfect because I could be in water all day, which is one of my favourite things to do anyway. And obviously I washed my hair at the spa, had a good scrub, wash away all the last bits of negativity from the year of the snake, ready to wake up this morning for a positive new year. Happy, healthy, successful. The bar was so nice. It was in Brighton. It was under the Harbour Hotel. So if you've been to Brighton, come out of the station, walk straight down to the seafront, as if you're walking to the Brighton Centre. And then it's literally on the corner at the bottom, on the seafront. So it's you just walk straight down. Underground, which was so nice. So you go downstairs to the spa, and then you go downstairs again to get to everything. So we were trying to work out. I think it's a shame that they didn't tell you what it used to be. So there was nothing up to say what it was. Like the brickwork was really cool, and it was almost like tunnels, and there was lots of arches, and there was like little coves and stuff. It was so nice, but it was all like exposed brick. Trying to work out what it was, and my mum kept saying like she feels like it's like a train tunnel, but I thought it was a bit too small to be a train tunnel. So when I got home, I looked it up, and actually it is old smuggler caves. Lovely. I think that's really cool. I didn't know too much about smugglers in Brighton. Obviously, if you've been to the smugglers caves in Hastings, that's actually a thing you can go to. This was a bit more neat and tidy than the Smuggler Cave. Why do I keep saying caves? Caves, Smuggler Caves in Hastings. But I suppose they've done it all up nice to look like a spa. The way they've lit it as well, so it's just lit by candlelight, but not real candles, fake candles. Really nice. There's a swimming pool, hydrotherapy pool, couple of hot tubs, steam room, sauna. And you go down one of the tunnely bits, and there's sort of like coves built into the brick, but there's beds in there. Oh, it's so nice. They're almost like garden day beds. They're like built into the thing. Oh, it is lovely. And included in our day, we got lunch as well. Obviously, I had steak and chips, the best, and it was really nice. So yeah, that was a really nice way to end the year. And just by coincidence, that's also how we ended like traditional our New Year. I bought my mum a spa day for Christmas, and we went on New Year's Eve. So both ends of the year. 2025 wasn't a good year for us. The year of the snake wasn't a good year for us. So to end both of them in a spa, washing away all our negative energy, was perfect. So hopefully the nosebleed is not a sign of what's to come this year. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't a bad one at all. Just trying to stay positive and just try not to think about it too much. I'm not meant to talk about it too much apparently, so I'm going to leave it there and not mention it again. I have got no Chinese culture in my family. I'm not ever really around people of that culture, but for some reason I feel more aligned with Chinese New Year than I do our traditional New Year. So I always say that I feel like that New Year should be around this sort of time of year. It makes sense so much more than it makes sense for New Year to be December, January. Having New Year in the middle of winter when we should be hibernating, it just doesn't make sense. So now the lambs are being born and the daffodils are blooming. I think there's literally daffodils right next to me. Some of them have actually, why can't I think of the word? I nearly said hatched. Flowered. 2 of them have already flowered. 2 of them have got heads on. I'll show you in a sec. But it just makes sense. Like, it's new, it's fresh. Like, it's all the plant, even like things that aren't humans. This is their new year. Plants, animals. The birds are nesting. The lambs are being born. Like, it's New Year. Doesn't make sense. I think New Year should be Easter, or we should just line up with Chinese New Year. I think Persian New Year is in March, I think. I might be wrong on that one. But that makes sense too. It is also Pancake Day. I love a pancake. I'm more of like, I like crepe kind of pancakes rather than American pancakes, but I'm not here to judge. I will eat a pancake, any pancake. American, French, whatever you want, I will eat it. So hopefully I have some pancakes at some point today. I don't have any plans to, because I started getting gusto. I'm just coming to the end of my first week. So I actually do have dinner, and then my new gusto is arriving tomorrow. So yeah, it was just for convenience really. I don't think I'll stick with it for very long. Struggling with knowing what to cook every single night, and also I was thinking about when I start back teaching every night, just not having to think about it too much. But I actually think that some of them take too long to cook for me to do stuff like that. So I'll see what happens. I'm more of a crepe, lemon and sugar kind of girl. But I keep seeing that M&S are selling Japanese cloud pancakes. I did look in Brighton yesterday because I remembered while we were there, but I looked in the one at the station and they did have packets of pancakes. They had the buttermilk ones, they had the sweet crepes, they had the regular crepes, but they didn't have the Japanese cloud ones. And this is weird. I've never had a Japanese cloud pancake. I don't know if that's actually what they're called. They might be called something else. I've never had one. I don't know what they taste like. I cannot tell you how much I'm craving one, but how do I know that I'm craving one? Try and get one of those today. And yeah, happy Pancake Day. So it is Chinese New Year, Pancake Day. That's just for fun. I know it has traditional meanings, but it's not linked to anything energetically, so that's just for fun. Chinese New Year, Pancake Day. There's a solar eclipse today, and it is a Ring of Fire solar eclipse. It's also Lent. It's also Ramadan. And I want to say it's something else. Energetically, no matter what you believe in, no matter what culture you're from, no matter who you are, energetically, today is a day. It is a powerful day. And I just feel like that's so funny that that's all aligned. Oh, wow. 5 hours sleep. I just punched in the face. I didn't get much sleep. Oh, I don't even feel like I look like myself. Oh my god. I didn't get much sleep, so I decided in January that I needed a new hobby, because especially once the studio closed, I did not know what to do with myself in the, like, especially the evenings, because I went down to just 2 nights a week classes. I was like, I don't know what I'm meant to do. Like, what do people do? They just like have dinner and then just chill. Like, I can't do that. I can't just watch TV and stuff. I can't. So I decided that I needed a hobby, and I didn't know what. So I went loads of arts and crafts shops. It's all like different kits in like the range and like hobbycraft and stuff. And I thought I need to just pick one and just try it, and I might really enjoy it. So I kept looking around and I couldn't think of what I wanted to do. So I thought I'll just get some colouring books for now until I maybe see something online or think of something that I want to be my new hobby. I got some colouring books. You know those, I didn't get one of those like adult colouring books, like mindful ones, because I actually find them really boring. But instead I got one of those cute cozy ones, which I've seen loads on Facebook. And they look like kids' colouring books, so you think like, is this a bit childish? But they're adult colouring books. But yeah, so I got a couple of those. And it's changed my life, because I sit there in the evenings when I get into bed, I just colour for a little while. And I've random things pop into my head like, oh, I forgot to do that like a week ago, or oh, I need to talk to this person about this person. Like, it's almost like while I'm colouring, my brain's sort of like filing my thoughts and like putting them into like categories and stuff. So it does really help me. But the problem is, sometimes I lose track of time and suddenly it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I've got to get up. It's only happened 2 or 3 times so far. Most of the time I just get so relaxed that when it gets to 11, I'm like, right, I'm ready to go to sleep now. But last night it was 1 o'clock in the morning and my alarm went off at 7 this morning because I'm covering up my mum's. I'm doing some gardening today, hence the dirty clothes. So yeah, I've had about 6 hours sleep, so that's why I look like this. But I'm enjoying the colouring, but I just think I shouldn't do it on class nights. But now I'm struggling to like get ready for bed without it, because I'm a doom scroller. So if I don't do that, then I'm scrolling and I'll probably end up going to sleep the same time anyway. I don't know if class nights are the best nights to do it, because I don't start till 10, whereas on other nights I start about 8, so I still go to sleep at a reasonable time. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I might be having a midlife crisis. Am I too young to have a midlife crisis? A third life crisis, is that a thing? Because I'm over a quarter, but I'm not quite mid, so a third, I guess. I should probably end this video here because I have been filming on and off for like 4 weeks and then just not doing anything with it. So this is going to be a bit of a random video, I think, just odd bits. And I want to start a new video this weekend because we're starting at the new venue next week, so I think that'll be exciting. Announced the salsa club, which is good, that's going well, and we're announcing that we're doing Hannah Montana line dancing, which seems to be going well as well. I've had 3 nosebleeds on Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year was, I don't feel like it was a very good omen for me for this year. I'm trying to stay positive, but I had 3 nosebleeds, which is a bad omen anyway. I also, because I've been getting gusto, just by coincidence, I had a Chinese meal left. So on Chinese New Year, I cooked like a salt and pepper chili chicken thing, sticky, I don't know. So the chicken was going out of date that day, so it should have been okay, but I don't know, it smelled quite strong, it tasted quite strong, and I was like, it's fine, like it's just psychological because you know it's going out of date today. Like if it was gone off, then I wouldn't even be able to eat it. So I had like 2 mouthfuls and then I got a nosebleed, quite a bad one. So by the time I'd sorted myself out, it was then cold and soggy, and I just chucked it in the bin and had some pasta instead, like one of those stir-in sauce pastas. So that's what I had on Chinese New Year. Stay positive. I planned it out so well. I wanted to have a really good Chinese New Year, and then on the day it just didn't go to plan, but what can you do? Anyway, never mind. We are excited for next week, a bit scared about how much sleep I'm gonna get or not gonna get. So like when I was at the studio, because I was so in it, and I said this all the time when I was at the studio, I can't stop, because once I stop, that's when I'm going to realise how tired I am, how stressed I am, how ill I feel. So I just had to keep going. Now that I've stopped and I've done like 2 classes a week and 2 nights a week, I've still been doing 4 classes, but 2 nights a week, and then just Sunday mornings, and then having the rest of Sunday off, I feel like it's been a nice balance, and I've been able to help out on my mum's as well. But now that I'm about to teach every night, I'm not doing any more than I used to at the studio, but suddenly I'm like, I don't know if I can do that because I'm not in it. I think I'll be alright by next week. I think it's the thought of it more than anything. Just have to see what happens. I'd like classes to be a bit busier next week. I am doing 15% off class passes to sort of celebrate the new venue, and I'm also doing first class free for new customers, so hopefully that brings some people in. They're okay, but I'll need them to be packed. So I just want to get back up to like studio level, how busy the studio was. So, and at Langley it's not been like that, but I think it's just like out of routine, different venue, not the best venue. So I'm hoping now that we've sort of got a base that I'll be able to build it up. So that will be good. So that is where I'm leaving this video, with a puffy, tired face. I'm gonna go and do gardening all day and then go straight to classes, teach 2 classes, go home, have my dinner, and hopefully sleep.